So when the M4 MacBook Pros got announced, I thought it would be a good time to upgrade from my trusty M1 MacBook Pro that I got way back when this first came out and upgrade to the newest laptop. So I bought the laptop and I tested it out for a while and then I ended up returning it. I went back to my 4-year-old 16-inch M1 Max MacBook Pro. So in this video, I'm going to be going over why I made the decision to stick to my 4-year-old MacBook Pro. And in 2025, even if you're in the market for a new MacBook, I want to make a case that the old one is still a viable option. If you're new to the channel, my name is Aryan, welcome. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let's just jump right into this video. So I think it's kind of important for me to first just let you guys know what I do on a daily basis on my computer. That way you can calibrate based on what it is you do comparing to what it is I do. So basically I do about 4 main things, and the biggest thing of those is video editing. I'm an online creator and I run a clothing brand called Strive, and every single day I'm editing either videos for myself, videos for my clothing brand, or videos for other brands. I use Final Cut Pro to edit everything, and I shoot on the Sony FX3 in S-Log 3. So I'm constantly color grading with different LUTs, with different visual effects. So it is some taxing work, and I shoot everything in 4K. Aside from that, I also do graphic design and photo editing, again for my clothing brand and for different brands for their assets. So a lot of that stuff is from Photoshop and Lightroom, and then obviously just some low-level things on Canva. The third thing that I do is I have everything scripted, planned, recorded, everything on this device itself. For example, right now the audio is being recorded. And then the fourth thing is just like very low-level laptop stuff, things like watching Netflix, YouTube videos. That stuff we're not going to really talk about because every computer nowadays can do that just fine. But I think the interesting thing that we're going to be going over in this video is how the first two things, which are video editing and then graphic design, how they still are handled by a 4-year computer. So first I want to touch on some of the things that I really do like about this machine and why I didn't decide to keep my upgrade. But then I think the most important part is some things that I think that are not holding up well and some things that I do miss from the newer laptop. Anyways, the first thing is the design. Aside from just the new color, space black, which in all honesty was really nice, there's nothing really new to the design from the first edition M1 computer to now the newest M4 Max. Even features wise, ports wise, like this still has USB-C, it still has MagSafe. They didn't even include like a Face ID or anything, so the webcam is just fine. There's nothing new about the design. And I think that's a good thing because you can get by with an older computer and you're not missing out on like a brand new revolutionary design. So the fact that it maintains the same Apple design language from 4 years ago is a nice thing to have because it doesn't make your computer feel old. This still feels like a brand new computer because it still has technically the brand new design or design on the newest product. Secondly, the screen. 120 Hertz, it's bright, it's vibrant, it gets the job done. When I upgrade to the newest computer, for me personally, I'm not a big fan of the anti-glare. I don't really have a use case for it, and I just think that the glossy display has like better contrast, better colors, so I chose that one on the newer computer as well. And honestly, like there was no difference between the screen on that and the screen on this. This is bright enough, it's color accurate, it's vibrant, and the fact that it has 120 Hertz and the new computers, they don't have anything past 120 Hertz, make this feel brand new as well. So for me, the screen, again, it's completely fine. It's actually more than fine. It's pretty much in line with the newest computer right now. And thirdly, the performance. So this computer is the top of the line M1 Max with a 1TB SSD. Back when I got it, it was damn expensive. I think it was like over $5,000 Canadian dollars. But I mean, it's lasted me the whole time, and every single day I'm telling you I use it for video editing. For what it's worth, mostly it's connected to the studio display, which is behind me, and I do my editing on that. So the fact that it can run through that Thunderbolt cable is really nice. It's nothing that I need to upgrade from, and overall the performance is almost perfect. I say almost because Final Cut Pro, I don't have any issues with it. I think that it's very well optimized for Apple silicone, but at the same time, if I'm editing, if I'm adding things like, let's say, stabilization, if I'm adding multiple layers of color grading, it does slow the computer down a little bit. Not anywhere to the point where it's choppy or unusable, but here and there, sometimes it'll freeze, it might drop a few frames, it might take a little bit longer to add like a stabilization effect. And then on like the odd case, I mean, this probably happens to me maybe twice a week, maybe once a week, which in all honesty, for how much I use the video editing is not bad at all, is that I have to just like close Final Cut, I have to force quit it and then reopen it. Again, not a big deal at all, because if I'm using it for hours and hours and hours every single day, 7 days a week, and I have to like force quit it twice a week, not the biggest deal in the world, not justifiable for me to spend another couple $1,000s on a new computer. And then lastly, like Apple Intelligence. Personally, I don't use Apple Intelligence at all. So this is a thing that I kind of like about the machine, because it's not like I'm at a very big disadvantage because I can't use any of these AI features. All the AI features I use mostly are just like online, like ChatGPT and things like that. obviously that handles it just fine. Image generation or like image playground or whatever the hell they got going on, like I don't use that at all. So it's not like I'm missing it. It's not like I wish I needed it and I need to upgrade just to use those features. Moving on to things that I don't like, and I think it's important to talk about these because no computer is perfect, especially a 4-year-old machine. Let me just get this out the way. It doesn't really matter, but the color, I wish this was in space black. It's in space gray. I really like space black anyways. Again, that's not really a thing that I don't like. That's just like something stupid. Anyways, I don't like the battery of how this is held up. So again, I'm not complaining about this because I've used it every day for 4 years. It's at 84% battery health. And I find that when I'm editing videos, it just dies pretty quickly. Again, this is not like a use case that is supposed to make it last a long time. Like I understand it's taxing on the computer, but I feel like my battery life has gone down over time. And it is something to keep in mind, especially if you're gonna get a computer secondhand. You wanna make sure that the battery cycle count isn't too high and that the battery health is still relatively decent, because I feel like if you're gonna be like me and use it for a lot of these like high performance tasks, you're definitely gonna notice it, especially years and years down the line. The other thing is sometimes my SD card reader doesn't work exactly as I planned. It's never to the point where it's like unusable or I have to like restart the machine or clean the SD card port or anything. But like sometimes like I'm plugging in my SD card and it'll take like 10-15 seconds to like load. Honestly, like very small complaint. But I have found that when I first got it, it was faster to just like load up the SD card than it was right now. I feel like the read and write speeds haven't really improved or got worse at all, so that's okay. But just like the reliability of the SD card, I am a little bit concerned of how it would last if I were to keep the machine for an additional like 2-3 years. But then it would be like 7 years old, and then it would pretty likely be a good time to upgrade for any person. I'm trying to think of more things that I don't like about this computer, but I think those are like really the main things, which actually goes to show you how well this thing has aged. So I want to leave you with this. If you're in the market for a new MacBook and you have the budget to buy the newest one, the M4 Pro, the M4 Max, I think that by all means, those are amazing, amazing machines. But I know that a lot of times people are trying to save some money and people are trying to debate like, do I need the latest and greatest Apple product or the latest and greatest laptop? And to me, the answer is no, you don't need the newest one. If you could find this one, honestly, on a good deal, I would say by all means, like go for it. And especially if you can find something at a good price on the Apple refurbished site, that's going to be really, really good value. It's going to be great bang for your buck. And you're going to get a machine that is not only top of the line, but also you can get it with Apple Care. So you don't have to worry about it being like refurbished or anything like that. So I hope this video helped you in the buying process of a MacBook. And if it did, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. On this channel, we talk about tech, we talk about self-improvement, about lifestyle, and how I'm building my business behind the scene while using all these tech products. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love if you join the community by hitting that subscribe button, and it's free. Anyways, my name is Aryan. Thank you for watching this video. If y'all have any more questions about this machine or MacBooks in general, leave it down in the comments. We'll all have some discussions about it. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next one.